I'm here with the player in the final, Tom Quinlivan. Mate, this is the stuff dreams are made of. World Cup victory here with the Australian team. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling right now.
Oh, mate, wiping away the emotion as we speak. Oh, mate, I don't know. It's just one of those every 4 years, and the boys have just put in, and the coaching staff, so much effort. We, by far, was the most prepared team, without a doubt, and it showed there. We just stuck to our policies, stuck to our procedures. It was just a well-rounded carnival, and it's unreal for the team and for the nation.
And individually, mate, the performance there, judged the best player on the field in a win like that. That's certainly a measure, mate. Individually.
Oh, mate, you definitely don't go out there trying to be a superstar. You're just trying to do your bit for the side, and if you can go out there and just do exactly what you set out to do by the boys, and the results speak for themselves.
What about having your children, your family here with you? How important is that?
Oh, mate, travelling halfway around the world with them, it's just another level. Like, just with the kids being so happy, supporting us every game. Don't know about the Irish kid, but no, it's awesome.
And joined by your lovely wife.
Yeah, my wife.
What about the family? How great was it to see him running around out there and getting the job done for the Aussies?
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking. They had us on our toes right until the end, so it was nice to see them actually come together and pull the win together, so that's great.
Awesome, mate. Congratulations once again. It's outstanding effort, mate, and well done to your team and to yourself.
Thanks to New Zealand too for an awesome game.
Well done. Thanks, Tommy. And that's Tom Quinlivan, an outstanding performance in a great team perspective as well. And well done to the Aussies. Another victory over New Zealand, 4-3 here.
We should have both teams in the tunnel getting ready to come out. If you are on the pitch and finished your game, please make your way off the pitches to the presentation area.
Enjoy the final. Catch you later.
Ladies and gentlemen.
If you want.
That's a haka.
I don't think we'd be allowed to live Oh, we do.
Andy, I missed you, mate. Sorry. Don't worry.
Oh, David.
Here we go. Yeah, mate, I know the feeling. Who'd have thought wingers might get the ball? Are we ready? 1, 2, 4.
They're doing the blooming haka. You missed it. Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Sign of respect. A haka, even close defeat for the New Zealand men's 30 side.
This is the University of Nottingham Highfields Sports Complex. This is Touch World Cup 2020.
As we approach the final 3 fixtures, action from the men's, women's open to come. But up first, it's the largest and perhaps most interesting and most complex variation of the sport. It's the format that makes touch rugby so special. Men and women taking the field at the top level of the game. It's action from the mixed open as Australia take on the Touch Blacks New Zealand. Ben Meeks alongside me. Ben, this is a game which you have highlighted as one that New Zealand may be able to steal away from the triumphant Emus.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me this afternoon. I'm very excited for this game. Kiwis have been playing so well. These two teams have played against each other so many times over the years. Kiwis have been pushing all the way in the international series and I think they might just pip them, but I could be wrong because those emus are also just as strong. Go on, it's going to be a good one. It's time for Open's finals footy. It's going to be good.
Nothing to split the teams across their records. Undefeated in the pool stage as we head into the national anthems. Well, this is the largest category at the Touch Rugby World Cup, with a round of 16 before a quarters and semis. And in that round of 16, Australia put 24 unanswered tries on Germany before taking down tournament dark horses Lebanon, and then the host England by 16-2 in the semi-final. New Zealand took down the United States before beating France, and then in an excellent game against the Philippines, who previously had seen off the European champions Wales. They came out on top by 14-3. Australia unchallenged in a pool that also included the aforementioned Philippines, as well as a talented Italian side, both beaten by the Emus. New Zealand came out on top against Japan and Scotland, as well as Germany, who were no match for Australia in the elimination game.
7, Kian McIntyre. 8 is Ben Anderson. 9 is...
Well, Australia's top scorer, Patricia Michaelopoulos, on 27.
12, Sean Wilkie. 13, Alexander Horan.
Sits just behind Olivia Goodsell on 33 scores in the competition.
And 16, Ariona Yaromir.
Wilson Groth from the centre of the field has also notched up 19. Stephanie Maiolo with 21. There's so many threats in the Aussie team. Not to miss out mentioning Zara Nicholas, of course, who was the top scorer in Australia's mixed open category before this tournament. New Zealand, in the other hand, have the likes of Nathan Rollinson working through the centre. He's grabbed 25 tries, which is a bucket load for someone who doesn't play on the wing. The Aussie wingers, though, do have 51 tries between them, 26 for Mariana Winiana and 25 for Atawe Hutene. So there's plenty of scores out there for both sides. It's the first of 3 in the Opens categories, the pinnacle of touch rugby nationwide, internationally, anywhere in the universe. And onto the field, we await Australia. Since 1991, the gold medal match in the mixed open division has only been decided by an average of 2.5 points. So we're expecting close competition here. Ben Meeks, you've played at the very highest level internationally. It's a full crowd here at the largest World Cup there's ever been. What's going through these players' heads right now?
They're just excited. It's in their control right now. They've got no other thoughts about going forward and going at each other. These guys, ladies and gents, have played against each other so many times. They've played in Trans-Tasman, they've played in a lot of international footy, but it's a World Cup final. This is going to mean more than it's ever have to most of these players, and they're going to just be excited. One team's going to come out victorious, one's going to be gutted by the end of this, but spectators are going to love it either way.
Campbell Muir, Jun Randall and Logan Forrester in charge in the middle. As the countdown begins, it's a tap-off for the Kiwis. They'll get us underway here in our first of 3 Open finals. The Mixed Open begins us here. The most unique element of touch rugby, this Mixed Open category, has been full of twists and turns. Who will come out on top in the gold medal match between New Zealand and Australia? And it's a top start for the Kiwis. Tama Hawken and a real danger out there. Nathan Rollinson caught.
Follow play by the Kiwis first off, the pick up on 5th.
Oh, a little show and go that time from Hawken, looking to pick out the winger was Rollinson on the deck.
So Kiwis just playing a little follow play, defended very well by the middles of Australia, and then they just picked up short side and it was all man, and the Kiwis just get a hard touch against Australia as they're driving out. So Australia have got the first real pressure when they're in the midfield battle, which is going to be key here.
Practically a set of 6 then. Almost an Australian tap-off from the half. They will get in striking distance here. Good touch made. Great line spree to try and shut down Australia. But it's a great pickup and they're charging in here. Short goes Bazunis. Oh, and he is denied at the line.
Great touch by Tama Hawken there. Just got down low enough. And the Aussies are just going to kill it on the Australian 7-metre line over on their side. So it's a long way for the comes to the Kiwis to try and get off. I'm pretty sure they'll do it pretty easily.
Well, both sides turned away from the first attacking set of the game. 2 shutouts to get us started here, just as we had in the men's 30s game, where New Zealand were narrowly beaten by just 5-4. Lovely footwork weaving his way through. Takahara Party, long ball, but it was never on target.
No, Kiwis get out into the Australian half pretty comfortably. They go for a right side 32 scoop, goes too deep into the Australian line, gets touched. That's why that ball has gone forward. So it's actually a touch and pass, and the Australians have defended that flow from the from the Kiwis. Lovely. So Language with the ball on first, second coming with the wrap on the far wing. Nice little touches made, so that momentum's been killed. Just flowing over the halfway now.
Right, here come Australia then. Oh, it's just picked off. It was a long ball, but it was intercepted by Wilson Groth of his own player. That ball was not meant for Groth, but he's grabbed it anyway.
And this was meant for anybody that was running the holes of Australia. What a great holes. Picks up, goes short side, long side. And that is great hands. First try, first blood Australia.
Who knows if Andrew Searle was looking to pick out the link, or his middle partner in Groff. 20 for Wilson Groff in this mixed open competition.
Kiwis tried hitting back, sweeping on the far link, giving the ball straight back to dummy half. 4-on-3 was on, but ball went to ground, so nothing doing there from the Kiwis, and the Aussies are already at 2, coming over the 10-metre line, just flowing over the halfway.
Well, it's another bronze medal for England in this mixed open after they saw off that very young Philippine side. And Australia winding up another long pass. It does pick out the winger Olivia Goodsell, looking for try 34. Perhaps the undisputed top scorer in the entire Touch Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, good 32 pick up again. Same what transition as what they scored off last time. Bombs long. There was a bit of space back inside. Kiwi winger near side just gets. Kiwi number 6 there just gives a penalty away.
Well, Flavel is one to watch. He's so alive to the opportunities in the midfield for New Zealand, but he's given a penalty away there. Bazunis wants it on the return. Well read that time by Chilo Flavel. Bazunis at the half, wrapping round the corner. Goes Lennon back on the inside. Is it a second try for Zachary Bazunis? Well, I think it is.
It is. And if we just watch this replay, as you see when it comes up on your screen, they run a sweeper play, but it's such a wide sweeper play, so the middle has to really check over, and no one can cover on Bazunis as he steps back into that hole. And that is Australia 2-0.
Well, first try of the game for Zachary Bazunis after he was denied his first after sliding over for the Emus. So 2 middle scores so far for Australia. 2 shutouts in response from New Zealand, but can they create from here? Ben Anderson out there with Tama Hawken. Rollinson looking for the touch. Not caught just yet. Touch made, Rollinson sliding in. Wants the offside call from Kai Sim Boland, but he doesn't get it.
So New Zealand just starting with 23 quickies, so quickies on the link. And now they send a sweeper, nothing doing there though, good defence. Sweeper this way now towards the New Zealand sub-box.
Rollinson, show and go.
Yes.
He has got the opening score. The hand is up from Jackson Mills, ignored by the referee. Nathan Rollinson with another score for New Zealand. That's 26 in the tournament.
Yeah, Jackson Mills was just looking to be punished here a few times. He was under a lot of pressure. They sweep on him, they step back, and he just couldn't get that touch. As Aussie's now punished back with an own sweeper play.
Lifted over the top to find the link. Across came Iriamir to make the touch.
She gets it down.
Well, Mackenzie Davis has been given the try. The youngest Emu at the World Cup at 19 years of age has Australia 3-1 up in this mixed open final.
So we'll see this replay. The Aussies send the sweeper. They don't give the sweeper. They actually go back short side, then step long side. And it's a nice little sinker ball into the link hole. And that is a great catch.
Oh, how
what
close
a finish that is.
was Iriamir there. It's the captain, Tim Bartz, who set her up. And Olivia Goodsell, try number 34 in the mixed open. New Zealand looking to go tit for tat with Australia. Well, there's another long pass, but this time it's well read by Australia. Stephanie Maiolo picked out before the tournament, the New South Wales player.
Charlo Flavel went with the counties, long ball. Link Holt was on from my vantage point, but he went long and the Aussies are now driving forward.
Well, here they come, good pickup. Looking to create Australia, but they're denied at the line. They just ran out of touches there. And Wilson Groff on the retreat as New Zealand look to transition.
Bit of a slower transition as the Kiwis come over the halfway. I think this is forthcoming. 5th is going to come to see what transition they run. They go 32, no sweeper short side. That must be a penalty, foot in the ruck there.
Well, I think New Zealand are lucky there because they weren't going to fashion out an opportunity to really challenge the line. But now they'll have 6 touches to play with.
Really like how the Kiwis were looking at a 32, then checked it back in for a sweeper in the mid-mid, so that was lovely. Now going to go to the 23 punish again.
Rollinson, Hawken, Rollinson looking for his second. Hawken soft hands to keep the play alive, and then he winds one up. Good take. Can they finish here? Well, they look to go for the wing.
Referees are both shaking the hands in the air. Repeat set, new set of 6 for New Zealand.
Kieran Fisher just didn't have the pace to finish off wide. Hawken plucks another out the sky from Ben Anderson. Anderson, Tama Hawken. He's at the half, he's got Rollinson to his right, looks for the inside ball. Australia diving across. Wilson Groff convinced he's made the touch.
Was he onside? He was. He nearly got done on that sweeper. The follow comes, he changes his direction, he just dives for that touch.
Still New Zealand coming again, Rollinson, this time will not be denied. Nathan Rollinson has his second try at this final.
So we just see this replay quickly. They've run a couple of sweepers. Instead of giving the QB, he steps back, he goes between the two middles. They are struggling with their being tired out there.
Try number 27, he overtakes Winiana Mariana as the top scorer in this New Zealand side.
Tell you, this is a shootout between these two teams. They're just so good in attack. Another sweeper for Australia here.
Bart looks for Hegedus. Well, he's just forced back by New Zealand. Simbalan. Hegedus with the pickup. Simbalan, 2 to his left, switches inside to Bart, but the ball is down.
3-2 Australia. New Zealand starting on their own 7 line, just in the middle of the park. Good footwork there.
Good line speed by Zara Nicholas. But Australia are forced back again. Ethan Jones for the first time on the field at 15. What a pickup that is, and then put back on the inside.
Good play all around, good defence from the Aussies, good speed out the ruck for the Kiwis. Ultimately defended, so back on the drive for Australia, just coming up to halfway.
Well, the Emus at the half with 4 more touches. A chance for them to create. They can time it right. Langbridge into touch. Good footwork and winding up the long pass. Tracked all the way by New Zealand.
There's just a ball down call here, so New Zealand are on their side of the park, but on the 7.
Ataway Hatene followed the Australian winger all the way to the touchline, and now they make a decent stab at transitioning. They're up to their own 10-metre, back inside to Hatene.
4th, 5th coming, they need to go forwards.
Hawken driving back Australia, well read, out on that left-hand side.
So we're just getting a bit of a midfield battle here, and I think just every single time Aussies are going a little bit deeper into the Kiwis half than they are into the Aussies. That did look forward off the ruck, the referee hasn't given it.
Chance for Australia then, they're up to the 7 with a few more rounds in the chamber. Pick up by Groff, little show and go. Groff to the open side, diving in.
She's dropped it. She saw the white line, she saw the ball. She's misplaced it, and she's just unfortunately not got that down in time.
So New Zealand escape narrowly for now. Winiana at the half, transition coming. Tama Hawken leaves the field, as does Jones. And here comes Teituam Muir-Tuta for the first time. Good pickup again from McIntyre. Great ball in behind, just drops it off to Teituam Muir-Tuta. New Zealand level it up.
So we just see Wilson Groff here. He thought he makes a touch, but he's offside, so the referee says play on. It goes through 2 sets of hands, does it? Maybe even 3. See Wilson Groff makes a touch, offside, sir. So the Kiwis play through. And I think that's 3-all here. And we're in for an absolute crack in 30 more minutes.
John McIntyre and Teituam Muir-Tuta freshly onto the field to make a difference. Good touch that time from Molly Wheeler. Australia at the 7 with the captain Bartz and Hegedus out there as well, the Trans-Tasman player of the tournament. Bartz finds the pass, but it's just behind Mackenzie Davis.
Bartz was walking in, I don't know why he needed to pass, he was in.
Now the skipper gave the ball, and that might be a penalty for New Zealand. to get them out of trouble with consummate ease.
So we're 13 minutes in. Australia had a great start. Kiwis are now back in it. I think they've just got the ascendancy in this last 5 minutes.
New Zealand with some fire in their drive. Rollinson. Here's Ben Anderson. Tomahawken. Rollinson feeds Anderson and gets it back again. Little show and go.
Referee's called a forward pass off the ruck.
Well, he carved through New Zealand here, but the forward pass off the ruck, unnecessary. Oh, he's got Tim Barnes done on toast there. The Aussie captain delighted with the referee's call because it's kept the sides level. Well, New Zealand have been chasing Australia this whole game. They've levelled things up. Langbridge looking to change that for Australia. Little flick out the back from Buzunis. Great soft hands from him, but he couldn't find the hands of his supporting teammates, so instead, New Zealand have it back. But every attack they come forward, even when it hasn't worked for them in the last 5 minutes or so, Ben, Australia look really dangerous.
They do, but they're just not finding the correct option as the Kiwis just given over the mark call here, getting over the mark call. So Australia now have got 6 touches to play with on the New Zealand try line.
New Zealand have not won a mixed open title since 2007, when they took down Australia by 6-4 in the final. And they're looking to grab another one. It could be a second try for Buzunis.
He's having a conversation with the referee from the floor. Both players onside though.
He's sent back to the 7.
Early sweep up.
Well, I think there's another touch made there. Buzunis looking to challenge. Langbridge might go alone. He needs support. Diving touch to turn it over.
Tian McIntyre just gets the release call, tells his other middle to go, gets a dive. That's a really good defensive play there from the Kiwis. In the ruck from the, referee's given the in the ruck there. That was Chris Lennon just coming through, giving a big shot, but gets into the ruck.
Penalty for New Zealand. It's practically a tap-off for them. 6 on halfway. A chance for them to go ahead here with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Jones.
New Zealand have just moved their boy Link to the far side now, so boy on girl on the far side. Step
back inside towards Flavel. It was Howarth who made great yards at 13. So here's Flavel with Jones to his left and Howarth to his right. Jones, good scoop from Flavel, winding it up, looking for the link hole. But that's the 6th touch, and Australia have it back. A good shutout from them.
Great first drive from Langbridge. That's got to be a penalty. If this side was a penalty, it's a penalty that side. Langbridge just staying on the floor. I think that's just because he's off the pitch.
So another chance for Australia to retake the lead. We were all tied up at 3 apiece at half-time in the men's 30s game between these two sides. In our previous match live here on the main field at the Touch Rugby World Cup. There's nothing else going on at Highfields now except this major game. Every other field is closed for the moment. All eyes here on Australia as they drive towards the line, reaching out for his second. Wilson Groth turned away by the referee.
Forward pass off the ruck by the looks of it, because that was a score otherwise. If that wasn't a forward pass, that was a score.
Good touch, great touch.
Instead, it's New Zealand looking to transition. They've still got time before the break to go back in front. Nice carry by Kira Fisher. Here's Hawken. Good pickup from Rollinson. Anderson, lovely weight of pass. One more should do it. Over goes out to Wyatt.
And New Zealand are now in the lead. This is lovely. So we just see here, New Zealand drive on, they pop out for a 32 on the right edge. Hands 1, hands 2, can't shoot that one. That is 4-3 New Zealand.
What soft hands through the midfield as well. That whole New Zealand attack. Like a well-oiled machine against the Emus, so often given that comparison for their robotic touch rugby skill and distinct lack of errors. you've got to be perfect against the Emus. And it's New Zealand in front for the first time. Hegenes, lovely little show and go. Touch made, and Australia sent packing. A shutout before the break by New Zealand, and maybe time for them to add another on the board. What a first half we've had here, Ben.
Oh, it's just been end to end, and that's why we love this sport. It just doesn't stop. The team's going forward, trying to get scores at all times. New Zealand send the sweeper. Last play. Hole one's open, and they're going to go through
the centre. For all the world, Alexander Howard thought he was in there.
Yeah, it looked like a late pass there from the Kiwis. That hole opened up, and just for a late pass, that the Aussies come away without that score against them.
A chance for Australia to equalise before the break. Pulled in behind, almost spilled, but what a take by Brazunis to keep the attack alive. Brazunis inside and out. What footwork. And the try is given.
Wow, wow, wow. Snap bang wallop by Brazunis here. Really nothing on. It's just a piece of individual skill. I think he's got a big left foot step. And he just goes back short side. And what a place to do that in front of a packed.
Ben, what needs to change for one of these sides to take the game away?
I would say New Zealand are currently playing the better. Australia have let a few things go in terms of not catching and just being off and not connected as well as they could be in line attack. So if they fix that, it's all to play for. I'm really not going to pick it anymore. What a great first half.
20 minutes still to come here in our first of 3 open categories finals in the conclusion of this unbelievable Touch Rugby World Cup, the largest it's ever been, and in its most populated category here. It's all level at the break between Australia and New Zealand, hunting for their first title since 2007 against the world champs. "20 minutes is all it will take for one of these sides to be crowned world champions in the mixed open category. Australia and New Zealand can write off the first 20 as they're level at the break. Ben Meeks alongside me for this game, and well, it could go either way, but really impossible to call.
Oh, it's all square at the break. Essentially, it's 0-0, 20-minute shootout. I've got a New Zealand passport. I'm a little bit biased in this one. I am English, but New Zealand passport, so we'll see. But I can't pick it. I think the finesse of New Zealand so far has been better. Australia have made mistakes. If they fix them, I'm not calling this one yet, Will.
Well, the punishment for being the world's best is that anyone not in green and gold will have the New Zealanders in mind going into these next 20 minutes.
I don't know. I think people don't want the English to win here either.
Well, it's a bronze medal for England in this mixed open category.
Mixed open. What a great series these have had, and England Women's Open. We'll see the women's category after that, but huge for those two categories from the England perspective.
Bronze for England, a huge result in the England-Philippines game. 11-7, England the victors, but here it's level at the break. 20 minutes ago here, Bazunas on a hat-trick for Australia, looking to turn the game around. It's a turnover. Oh, how about that?
And we spoke about, the referee's just probably going to settle things down. We spoke about those mistakes and just things not going right for Australia. That's one of those. Trying to send a sweep around, doesn't get the roll ball. So that means that New Zealand are now on the ascendancy and just about to come over the 10-metre line.
Kira Fisher, they're not taking any chat from her opposition.
And neither should she.
Putting the man to deck. Anderson with a skip pass. Rollinson trying to open things up. Rollinson, the top scorer for New Zealand, 27 tries in the competition. But that transition perhaps hasn't made as many yards as they needed it to.
Yeah, a bit haphazard. They only went over the halfway line. So, good starting position for Australia. Should get 2 attacks at the line here.
Changes made for the Emus. Here's Groff. On the return, Wilson Groff looking for the score. Denied at the line.
Yeah, referee said no offside. The dot was outside the 7, so he didn't have to make the line.
Here's Wilson Groff. Two-handed, caught by Tama Hawken. And New Zealand have it back. And they win the penalty as well.
Yeah, Groff not just giving the ball back soon enough. So 10 metres for the Kiwis to start with. Shooter out the line, got there. That was Cody Tortea. Oh, and that shot out the line has created a turnover for Australia.
Australia with the run of things in the opening minute and a half here in the second half, but so much time to play, and they're still level. Wilson Groff, where's the first touch? Here's Maiolo, Stephanie Maiolo. Pace taken out of the game for now as substitutes are made. Great little run from Kai Simbalan. Simbalan finds Bart, the captain. Shut down by Cody Torte.
Yeah, it's the only opens goal that I was about. Kiwis.
Simbalan again. Finds Hegedus, who wants it on the return. James Hegedus finds the link. Oh, put down on the big stage.
Hey, that's a simple error.
Another player picked out before the tournament by Australia themselves, Kai Simbalan, is one to watch. But in the big occasion, he's missed an opportunity there as he's out of the line to make the touch for Australia.
Yeah, simple error there. Saw the white line and thought he'd get it, but got to catch the ball before he can dot it down. Good free flow footy there from the Kiwis going forward.
Top carry well over the 10. Jan McIntyre with the miss pass, but only as far as Tetui Miatuta.
And now it's the Kiwis' turn to give an extra 10-metre penalty for throwing the ball away. You've got to give it to the player when they ask for it, and that didn't happen. Roll ball error though from the far side.
What a touch that is to turn things around. It's New Zealand's turn to apply the external pressure and win it back deep into their half. Fisher into touch. Here's Winiana. Changes made for New Zealand. Language out to make the touch for Australia. Hawken. Ben Anderson. Fama Hawken as well. A few more yards before the touch. Australia retreat to the try line.
Trying to get the perfect setup, the Kiwis are.
Here they go, Rollinson, show and go. Bazunas across on the cover. Penalty against Australia. 6 more for New Zealand. A big chance for them to take advantage.
Need to have 3 shots at the line here, do the Kiwis. They want to set up for the perfect play, have 3 shots.
Tama Hawken takes on Langbridge. Anderson round the corner. He'll go himself. Tomahawk in from short range. New Zealand take the lead again.
There we go. And we talked about taking their shots. First touch, they send the sweeper now around the link. They give it back to Tomahawkin. He gets on the outside of his middle. There's a foot race, there's a dive, there's a score.
6 touches for Australia to respond. They've been shut out twice already by New Zealand. But this is lovely hands. There's the wide pass, the winger's free. The quick response from Australia. Stephanie Maiolo dots down for the Emus, and we're back to 5-all in the blink of an eye.
And we'll just see this on replay. It's the short, and with the early release, the ball is just whipped out, and the Kiwis can't get across. So we're at evens again. Dare I say it this early into the second half? Drop off.
Maiolo deep into the 20s in terms of tries scored for Australia. New Zealand we're looking to go tit for tat with a quick response. Caught at the line, but they will have a few strikes here. Jar McIntyre hands it off to Rapati. McIntyre, what a ball! Opening up Australia again. Oh, there's Kiwis back out in front.
Kiwis do exactly the same move as what they did last time, but on the far side this time. They send the sweeper on the far ling. They don't give it. The half picks up this time. 4 on 3. That has gone 35, 40 metres. And what a play that is from the Kiwis.
Atawai Hatene cruises past a quarter century in tries scored at the Mixed Open. And they're not done yet. Here comes Langbridge. Stepping on the inside, there's a hand in there from Chris Lennon's pass, so 6 at the line surely for Australia.
Tomahawkin stops to try though, doesn't he? It was either going to be evens or Kiwis still up by 1, but 6 more touches. So
here's Bazunis looking for a hat-trick. He wants it on the return. Well, Rollinson lost his footing there. He's got Tomahawkin to thank for keeping out Australia.
Link punish.
Zachary Bazunis. Langbridge. Great line through the centre by Lennon.
Oh, that man again, Tomahawkin, getting himself off the line, moving forward when making that touch, even if he's diving. Langbridge with a dump.
Lennon winding one up, picked off by Rollinson. Nathan Rollinson wins it back for New Zealand, and Tomahawkin will race towards the box.
Over the 10, coming up to the halfway. I think that's 4th, 5th is going to come now.
Another shutout for New Zealand.
No touch or early touch. Referee said there was no touch. So unfortunate there for the Kiwis. He just got in behind the 2 Aussie middles, but couldn't initiate his own contact. Turnover, and Australia will get some new legs on the field.
Well, Zachary Bazunis wastes no time in getting the Aussies underway. Rise of a forward pass from the touchline, but Wilson Groth rolling on for Australia. Groth directing traffic for the Emus, and he gets it back from Searle, sliding in alone. Touch made, up went the hand from Kira Fisher.
Yeah, helped out her touching middle there. He was struggling to get onside. Groth goes at the line, dancing feet, ball to ground.
An ambitious pass, you have to show ambition in a World Cup final. New Zealand looking to steal it from Australia and take victory for the first time since way back in 2007, ahead of their own World Cup in 4 years' time. They look to go into that competition as reigning champs, but Australia at the 10 will look for a response. They were leading for the vast majority of that first half, but in the second period of 20, they've been behind. We're approaching the midway point in the second half, and Hegedus looking to get the Aussies back on level terms. He's out there with his skipper, Tim Bartz, and Kyson Boland as well. Lovely ball, soft hands. Oh, they've made it to the wing again. Can you believe it? Olivia Goodsell, try number 35 at this World Cup.
I can believe it. This is what the Aussies are so good at. They send the sweeper. It's their captain. It goes at the line, creates a shot, short side. And it's just simple 2 on 1, 2 on 1, 3 on 2 completed. And now we're evens, 6 apiece.
Zara Nicholas using all that experience in the mixed open category to open up New Zealand, and we're back level again with 11 minutes to go. Tama Hawken runs into green and gold.
Good defence there by the open side, Aussie Link. He's got out the line.
Anderson for the touch blacks. Hawken winds one up. He picks out the winger, ball back on the inside. And neither had to play on final touch, but they've won a penalty, Ben.
Yeah, they've just got the Australians running, chasing, and that's the offside call. It'll be interesting if they go back to this link sweeper, because that's where they're getting a lot of their success, sending the links round on the link sweeper, but not giving it. So we'll see link punish. Yeah, they're going to go look at that open side play now. 3-on-2 step back.
Jones on the inside. No chance for Bazounis. New Zealand go back in front. Ben Anderson, who's had a huge part to play in this final, puts the touch blacks in the lead again.
Just see this, the Kiwis do a link punish, they don't give the punish, but because they dumped on the link on the open side, he had to pull a corner, could not change direction to get underneath for that Kiwi score.
Australia with a chance to respond immediately here. Searle, Groff, back to Searle, show and go on the inside. Well, they weren't in front for long, New Zealand.
No, and we've got a bit of a shootout now. New Zealand goes, Australia goes. Let's see if they can get one back. They just run a simple move. Both teams are running exactly the same thing against each other now. They give the ball step back, short side, and just through the hands.
Andrew Searle leads his mark on this final. Another tap off from the halfway for New Zealand. But Ben, at this international stage, it must be so devastating to have your lead taken away from you so quickly after every score.
Well, we've watched these two teams fight it out so often. They're always so tight. So at the moment, we know that it's just going to be one or two scores that wins it, and it might even get into drop-off. I did say it in the 22-minute mark. I reckon I could be right here, but it's still 10 minutes to go. A lot of footy to play. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to change their tactics? Who's going to change their defence? Aussie's coming out of the line. Nice ball to go over the top. Good yards over the 10-metre line, coming up to the halfway.
Hegedus carries up to halfway as Australia ring in the changes. Round the corner comes Bazounis, still hat-trick hunting. Great ball to find Langbridge. Lennon changing direction, switching inside. Good read from Tama Hawken again. So important to this New Zealand defence.
Yeah, we just see the ball on the floor for probably a second longer than the Aussies would have liked. That allowed the Kiwis to get onside, and there was no way through. And even now we've got some good yards. Kiwis are put halfway. That could have been second or third, and they were going to keep rolling on.
Great run by Anderson. And here's Flavel. Picked off the deck by Winiana. Another chance for New Zealand, carried on by Howarth. On the return, Jones sliding in.
Oh, that's a good touch.
He scored a couple of those from close range across this mixed open tournament. Got long levers, does Iffy and Jones. Gilo Flavel wants it on the return and gets it. Finds the link space.
Touch pass. We all saw that one. So, oh, we've got an Australian offside call.
Well, it was a good read by Patricia Michaelopoulos, but
she was offside.
Going to be 6 at the line for New Zealand.
So New Zealand in that last set have just gone middle sweepers. Are they going to look to come back short side this time, or sorry, the open side? Maybe a QB play or even a pickup. We see what they do here. He's going to go open side quickie. Good shot there.
Here come New Zealand again. They've still got a few more in the chamber to challenge the Aussie line. Flavel out the back. Great read this time by Lennon. Flavel again. Howarth on the inside.
I reckon there's a penalty coming here.
Well, they'll run and play with it regardless. Flavel goes in. Up goes the hand from Lennon.
Ball down, no penalty either. I thought there might be a dropping call against Australia, but the referee allows it.
What a shutout in the context of this game. Still level here between Australia and New Zealand, but a huge penalty to give away, an unforced error. And with 6 minutes to go here, New Zealand with another strike at the line. 6 touches from inside the Aussie 10.
4th set in a row at the Aussie 7 metres. They need to really capitalise on this and go one up.
Here's Tian McIntyre. Out there with Rapati as well. Good footwork, surely now.
Oh, she got it.
Tetui Muatutu with a wonderful ball. And a great dive as well from Fisher. Here's McIntyre, Rapati. McIntyre options left and right. And that, well, perhaps they just felt the pressure there, is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think that was not the most well-constructed play there. They looked to run a sweep about, but there was no link. So that's why they had no play there. They tried to throw it straight out. And Aussies will look to try and complete a set of 6 because they need that at the moment.
Well, Australians just desperate for a bit of respite.
And they've got it with a penalty there, Will.
Well, there's a lone black cap out there in the centre of the field. But there's 6 Kiwis out there trying to keep out Australia for now. Hegedus gets away. Here's the skipper, Tim Bartz. Hegedus again. Kai Simbolan. Hegedus. Bartz almost up to the Kiwi 7. Great drive from Australia. And a chance for them to take the lead for the first time in the second half. Hegedus, Bartz on the inside!
Touch here!
Kept out for now by Rapati. Wide they go. Asawaya Tene wants nothing to do with that ball. So New Zealand will have it back.
Step back from the Aussies there into hole 1. Link shots in with a diving touch. Oh, just so lovely to watch from the Kiwi defence. Good hit by both number 10s from Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand pick up short side, open side on. Everyone just shuts that down. So back into a midfield battle now for the last couple of minutes. Who's going to be the better one to get out of this?
Well, it's a good transition, and that's another penalty against Australia. What a chance for New Zealand. 4 minutes on the clock in a second half that's been as tight as it could be. Neither side has led for longer than a minute in this second period of 20.
New Zealand have sent a couple of mid sweepers. Potentially they go back to running the links. No, they're going to go mid.
Tama Hawken, Anderson, Hawken again, and he goes down. And he's fallen, he slipped in the Highfield turf as he looked to step off his left. And he doesn't look too comfortable here.
And no one wants to see this. We just send our condolences and just hope sure he's okay.
Well, the Australian bench as well recognise how it didn't look too comfortable for Tama Hawken. He just didn't get enough grip on the turf when he went to step. But we've got to reflect on this unbelievable game so far, Ben. This mixed open tie could still go either way with 4 minutes to go. As the clock ticks down, New Zealand are still in an incredibly promising position, as thankfully Tama Hawken is back to his feet. He'll be carried off the field.
Clapped off the field as well. Show of support. Touch players know that there is injuries, and non-contact injuries happen a lot in touch. We all know, we've been there. So being clapped off, and we just hope for a speedy recovery.
Well, he is able to partially walk off the field, which is an encouraging sign for Tama Hawken. And a reminder that New Zealand still have touches in the locker to strike at the line here.
Couple of minutes killed though, so we're getting closer to that 40-minute mark. There is no stopping of the clock here.
Well, in a rather cynical way, I'm not sure New Zealand will mind the stoppage if they can convert from here. That might be Tama Hawken's sacrifice in the final to wind down the clock and give New Zealand the chance to take the lead as Hawken leaves the field. A great performance by him as well. He's driven New Zealand to this final. Will they win him the gold? Onto the field is Rollinson. Anderson, Rollinson again for the corner. Kept out by Chris Lennon.
Chris Lennon just pulls short side, gets to the line, moves forward and dives for that touch. Great defending touch there by Chris Lennon.
Still a chance for New Zealand to strike. He doesn't think the touch was made there by Langbridge.
Oh, Langbridge saying fingertip. If I didn't have longer nails, I wouldn't have made that.
Ben Anderson. Rollinson again. Hunting for that offside call, but Bazounis got a hold of him.
Referee holds 5 in the air. That means there's one more play to come, but no more free touches.
Nathan Rollinson. Flavel. Rollinson needs something special here. The show and go. What a touch by Zachary Bouzunis. Australia with a shutout with just a minute to go.
They can't, can they? 1 minute to go. They've got to go 70 metres.
Final chance for the Emus to avoid the drop-off and to steal victory from New Zealand, looking for their first mixed open title in 16 years against the world champions.
No, referees intervened here. What is he called here? Touch pass. No,
Penalty,
sorry.
New Zealand. Maybe they'll have one more crack of the whip. They've got to drive out from way downtown. Here goes Rollinson, and New Zealand are on the charge for maybe the last time in regular time in this mixed open.
I think both
final.
teams are going to take that drop off here. Looks like New Zealand are going to settle for it.
25 seconds to go. Here's Rapati injecting some pace. John McIntyre.
Last touch. Here we go.
Is there chance here for New Zealand? It's put down. Tetuamua Tuta looking for the wonder ball. Australia perhaps with seconds to go. Still have an opportunity here. There goes the buzzer. Hegedus is caught. We finished 7-all in this mixed open World Cup final between New Zealand and Australia. Nothing to split the sides. We will have a drop-off in the gold medal match here live in Nottingham. Dramatic scenes after 40 minutes. Nothing can separate the tie. Can you believe it, Ben? We're into a drop-off with a gold medal on the line.
I can't believe it. It's so tight between these two teams every single time they play. I can believe it so much. We've got 2 more, maybe 5 more minutes of this. Going to go down to 4 players for 2 minutes. Whoever wins after that is the winners. If it's still a tie, we go down to 3, and then it's next score wins. We always say if you get the tap off the start, you're in the ascendancy. So we'll just see. I think it might be Australia who are going to tap off here.
That decision is made at the start of the game.
It is huge that they get to tap off first.
4 on 4 on the field for New Zealand.
Thousands around watching.
Well, they've selected Winiana and Fisher to stand alongside Howarth in the centre. But here's Australia's first 4. Chris Lennon amongst them, lifted by Zara Nicholas, who's done everything in the game. Bouzunis, space on the outside, diving across to make the touch is Fisher. But the score has been given. Australia draw first blood in the drop-off with just a minute and a half to go. Another try for Stephanie Maiolo.
And when there is that much space on the pitch, it is so much easier to score. New Zealand need to hit back.
Rollinson looking to take on all comers. Stopped just inside the 10. Still touches for New Zealand. McIntyre, Rollinson again. Where's the space for the touch blacks? Getting on the inside of Hegedus. Weaving and winding his way. Hunted down by Hegedus all the time. Here he is again, John McIntyre. Rollinson getting outside of Hegedus. Needs support. Who can he find? Touch made.
And that could be the game here. Aussies know they've got less than a minute with a new set of 6. Get to your sub box. You are the world champions. But they can't drop it.
30 seconds to go. New Zealand sit 1 try behind. The early score and the drop-off by Stephanie Maiolo separates the sides. They head to the box. They're in no rush at all to take the touches. The energy has just fallen through the floor here. Dejected faces amongst the crowd because Australia might be charging forward for another World Championship. They've done it again. Chris Lennon puts on the handbrake because he knows that Australia have done it. New Zealand, who battered at the door through the whole of that second half, just couldn't make their momentum count. And in the drop-off, Australia are World Cup champions again.
Boy, oh boy, what a game that is.
The 16-year wait goes on for the Touch Blacks in this mixed open category because Australia are world champions. in the tightest of possible games here. A drop-off was required to split the teams. In the end, Australia, with the tap, scored straight away, shut out the All Blacks. The Touch Rugby World Cup mixed open tie has gone in favour of Australia. What a game, Ben.
Oh, I'm speechless. Congratulations to Australia, commiserations to the Kiwis. What a game we're there for. Just a little shout out to Tama Hawkin, who is on the pitch, clapping everyone's hands, saying well done to everyone. We wish him a speedy recovery. But what a game. Aussies just know how to win. They don't have to play well all the time.
And what a start as well to our triple header of open finals between Australia and New Zealand. Perhaps the Kiwis' best chance of disrupting this Australian dominance. We'll wait and see, because up next, it's the Women's Open Series final between Australia and New Zealand before the Emus and the Touch Blacks do battle for one final time at 5 o'clock in the Men's Open. What a victory for Australia, who've left it all out there on the Highfields turf. And in a moment's time, when the players have finished shaking hands, we will go pitchside to have a conversation with the player of the game, Stephanie Maiolo. But what a performance by Australia, Ben.
Just know how to win. They just do it so often. These games are won and by fine margins, and that's what it was there.